Final day of the championship for games, all kicking off at the same time. And I've built for bet builders that actually make sense, not just random legs thrown together to inflate the odds. Stick with me because I'm going to break each one down properly. The logic, the risk, the data, no hype, just the reasoning. If you're new here, every Friday I go through the weekend fixtures, pull out the games where there's actual value hiding in the markets, and build these things properly. Not every builder lands. I'll be the first to tell you when a leg is iffy. Today we've got for championship games, all final day. Always something to play for on at least one side. Let's get into it. Match 1. Blackburn versus Leicester, right? Blackburn versus Leicester. This is the one I'm most comfortable with out of the four. Blackburn are sitting around 20th, but they just beat Sheffield United 3-1 away. At home they've been difficult to beat lately. Leicester are down in 23rd, relegated from the Prem. They've had an absolute nightmare of a season. But here's the thing about Leicester. They still carry enough quality up front to punish you. So the two legs I've got here, both teams to score, and Blackburn with the Asian handicap plus 0.5. The BTTS is the one I want. Both defenses have been leaking goals all season. Most previews are pointing toward a 1-1 or 2-1 type game. Leicester can score, Blackburn can score, but neither side is exactly watertight. The plus 0.5 on Blackburn is basically saying they don't lose. At home, against a bottom 3 side with nothing left to play for, that's a reasonable ask. Combined odds to 0.5. I'd put my confidence on the BTTS leg around 65 to 70%. The handicap adds some cushion. This is probably my lowest risk builder today. Match 2. Wrexham versus Middlesbrough. This one's got the most going on. Wrexham, massive home crowd, chasing that playoff spot. Middlesbrough, one of the better teams in the division this year, fighting for automatic promotion or a top playoff seed. To high motivation teams, open game, both attacking. You can feel it coming. The legs, BTTS over 3.5 first half corners, and Middlesbrough minus 1.5. BTTS in this game, I actually like it. Wrexham have been dangerous at home and Borough have been scoring for fun. Multiple analysts are pointing toward a 3-2 or 2-2 to type scoreline. Goals on both ends make sense. The first half corners market. In a frantic, high-tempo game where both teams need points, you'd expect early pressure and wide play. Over 3.5 isn't outrageous. Now, the Borough plus 1.5 Asian handicap, I'll be straight with you. That's the risky leg. Wrexham at home are hard to put to pass. Middlesbrough are good enough to do it, but it's not the most likely outcome. This is the leg. That pushes the odds to 2.47, but also adds the most variance. If you wanted to split this one and just take BTTS plus corners, that's a valid call. The plus 1.5 Asian handicap is the gamble. Match 3, Portsmouth versus Birmingham. This is probably my weakest pick of the four, and I want to be upfront about that. Portsmouth versus Birmingham. Neither side has much riding on this. Birmingham sit higher up, but the season's done for them. Portsmouth at home have shown some form, but these kind of dead rubber end of season games can go either way and often end up really tight and low on action. Legs, BTTS, and over 3.5 first half corners. The BTTS here, possible, but I've seen previews going both ways. Some reckon one side just parks it and grinds. It's not as clean as match 1. The corners market is heavily dependent on how aggressive Portsmouth come out early. It's not an unreasonable line, but I'd be lying if I said it was obvious. Confidence on this one sits lower than the others, maybe 55 to 60% on the combined legs. It's priced at 2.34, and that reflects the uncertainty. Just going with your eyes open on this one. Match 4, Preston versus Southampton. Southampton away at Preston. Now this one has logic behind it. Even though the odds are the same as Portsmouth-Birmingham, Southampton have scored 79 goals this season. That's not a misprint. They attack properly. They play wide. They create a lot, and that possession-heavy style tends to generate corners. Legs, BTTS, over 3.5 first half corners, Southampton plus 1.5 Asian handicap. BTTS, Preston have been resilient at Deepdale, but Southampton's goal output makes it likely they score. Preston can nick one themselves. This leg I like. Corners, Southampton's wide play and press means early corners aren't surprising at all. This fits their style. Southampton plus 1.5 Asian handicap, again, like Borough. This is the ambitious leg. Most previews expect Southampton to win, but by one goal, not to. If they click, it lands. but a narrow away win is just as likely. If you want a dare skit, drop the plus 1.5 Asian handicap and just run BTTS plus corners. The odds drop, but the probability jumps. So, for builders, all sitting between 2.25 and 2.47, the common thread across all of them is BTTS, which I think is the strongest leg in each game. The ones I'm most confident in. Blackburn versus Leicester at 2.5. That's the cleanest bill. Preston versus Southampton at 2.34. Southampton's form makes that one tick too. The Wrexham and Portsmouth builders carry more risk because of the corners markets, needing specific game states to hit. If you're staking, I'd suggest smaller stakes on the two riskier ones. These aren't singles, they're accumulators within a single game, so the margins are tighter. And please, don't bet anything you can't afford to lose. Final day championship football is genuinely unpredictable. Teams rotate, managers rest players. Weird things happen. That's the For Builders for tomorrow. If you found this useful, drop a like. It genuinely helps. The channel gets seen by more people who are into this stuff. Subscribe if you're new. I post analysis like this every match day weekend. No fluff, no bot predictions, just actual reasoning. Comment below which one you're going with, or if you're building your own. I check the comments and sometimes we spot things we missed. Good luck on today. Games, play responsibly, and I'll see you in the next one.